In this problem, we're going to find the value of a trigonometric expression. We'd like to find the value of sine inverse the sine of 11 pi over 5. This follows the form of the equation f inverse of f of x equals sine inverse of sine of x, which is equal to x, provided x is in the interval negative pi over 2 to pi over 2. Recall that the domain of the sine function is all real numbers, but in order for us to be able to define the inverse sine, we need to restrict the domain of sine x to negative pi over 2 to pi over 2. If we look at our angle, 11 pi over 5, we notice that it's not in this given interval. So we cannot directly use this equation, but we need to find an angle theta that's in the interval negative pi over 2 to pi over 2, for which the sine of 11 pi over 5 is equal to the sine of theta. The angle 11 pi over 5 is in quadrant 1. The reference angle is pi over 5. So we can say that the sine of 11 pi over 5 is equal to the sine of pi over 5. Therefore, using theta equals pi over 5, which is in the required interval, we can apply our equation and say that the sine inverse of the sine of 11 pi over 5 is equal to pi over 5.